Hello guys, today we're going to be working on this French door Samsung refrigerator. The model number is on the display. Welcome to DIY Repair Now. Read all the warnings, and during this video you will see one or more of these icons to help you do this repair safe. The complaint is that the refrigerator is not cooling properly or it was making a rattling noise on the freezer area. The first thing we're gonna do is turn off the refrigerator or disconnect it from the plug to avoid electric shock. In this particular repair, the customer called us and let us know that he already have taken apart the refrigerator. So this is the way we found the refrigerator, because the customer thought that this model is the one has the evaporator on the refrigerator section, like the one you see in this footage. However, in this model that we are working today does not have evaporator in the refrigerator section. This is the panel that covers the refrigerator section. The customer took it off thinking that it was frost underneath this panel or behind this panel, but as you can see, this is just styrofoam and wiring for the fan motor and damper and also a thermistor. No evaporator on the refrigerator section. Now we're going to remove the door for the freezer, and to be able to remove this door we have to release the two rails that are secured by two taps on each side. Just press with a flathead screwdriver and it will release the tab, and you can remove the rail and remove the whole door. Now we're going to remove the two screws. They are Phillips screws with our drill or screwdriver, and then we're going to pull the bottom of this panel. Now if it's full of ice, go ahead and let it defrost for a couple hours until you'll be able to remove it. Now we're going to disconnect the wiring, which is kind of a harness or a connector, however you want to call it, and then we're going to release it. Keep in mind there are sharp objects around this area, so you got to be careful with that. Once we got the panel out, we're going to remove the Phillips screws that are holding the cover for the evaporator fan motor. As you can see, it could be a little bit of ice around it. If the ice is bothering you, go ahead and put the panel outside for a little while until it thaw out, or if you have a steamer, just go ahead and defrost it with a steamer or a hair dryer. Now be careful with a hair dryer because it can damage some plastic parts. Now we're going to remove this wiring, which again, this wiring is for the fan. This is the only wiring that you're going to find in this particular model on the cover for the evaporator fan motor. Now once we untangle it from here, remember to put everything back with the new fan motor like it's supposed to. Now the customer complaint was that it started making a rattling noise from the freezer, and then it stops cooling most of it on the refrigerator side. So when we got there, the fan wasn't spinning at all, and we determined that it was the fan motor because we put voltage and it didn't run. Now once we get those screws from the panel, we're going to go ahead and release these tabs with a flathead screwdriver, as you can see in this footage. And sometimes you will have to unglue this styrofoam or sort of a foam protector around there, and then with the flathead release this part of the panel. You have to go all the way around to have access to the evaporator fan motor, as you see in this video. Once you get this part removed, you can just leave it the way it is. You don't have to, disconnect anything else. You can get away with doing it this way, and then remove the three Phillips screws that are holding the actual fan motor. Now for some reason this is a newer model, this new Samsung model, but this fan is very common to go out. I don't know if it's the fan motor that is bad for manufacturing or anything like that, because like I said, it's a fairly new refrigerator. Now this is the new evaporator. You will find a link in the description of this video for a OEM part and also a third party not OEM, like aftermarket part. You decide which one you should get. In this particular case, we are putting this one, and as you can see right here, just look for the position. Now if you notice on this footage, I didn't remember how this fan, how the position the fan was, so I decided to put it like this. You will find pieces of ice most of the time. Just try to remove it or defrost it with the steamer or hair dryer again, and just look for the position of the wire. However, on this, I wasn't sure how the wire was. I took a shot and then I put it the way it is, the way you see in this footage. But you know, I didn't like that wire because it looked like that wire can touch the blade of the fan, so I wasn't sure if that's the way it was. Thank God I was recording with my phone at this time, so I feel comfortable. I tried to put it back together, but I was like, let me go back and make sure I put this wire in the way it's supposed to, because I don't want that wire to be cut by the blade on the fan. So I went back on my phone and see the footage if I did it right. I mean, as you can see, it wasn't touching or anything like that, but I decided to look at the footage, so I have to open this area again. And I just decided to leave this on the video because it might happen to you, and I don't want those wires to be cut by the fan, because the fan will cut those wires through and you will have an issue. So I decided to put it like you see in this footage. So make sure I put it in the right position, put everything back again, okay, because we don't want that wire to break and then we have another issue. So once we did that, we're gonna go ahead and put the wire the same way we found it. Always take picture, guys, of the position of wires or where the wires are connected, because like in this case, those footage on my phone saved me from, you know, putting those wires in the right position the right way, for that matter. So another thing, this wire would be short there if you use extra wire somewhere else. So now we just, you know, trying to put those tabs. You can hear through the video how all those tabs are snapping in place, as you can see right there. And now we're gonna go ahead and secure even more with the screws that goes around this panel and around the fan. Remember, they're all Phillips screws, very simple. And now we're gonna look the position of the panel, which it should go in easy. Just follow the video. And now, before we do anything else, we're gonna go ahead and turn on the switch with this magnet. There's a switch there where you saw with where I put the magnet, and as you can hear, the fan motor. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and install the two Phillips screws that holds the freezer panel. And we're gonna go ahead and reinstall the door if you didn't see it, because the customer already have taken the whole refrigerator apart. You can see how we remove and install this door over here. It will not clamp until you press with your finger right there, and you will hear a snap. In both sides, just go here and press in. And as you can hear, it will snap in place. Now the freezer door is secure. And now we put the magnet here too, because there's another switch for the refrigerator section, and we can hear the fan blowing. And this was it. All right, guys, if this video helped you in any way, you can show us appreciation by giving us a tip using the following options that you see on the screen. If you cannot provide with a tip, is another way to support this channel by just dropping off a comment in the comment section down below. Subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, and turn on the bell to receive notifications. Thanks for watching.